Hi, I'm Deborah, and welcome to Radiant Health Yoga. Today we have an Irish proverb. It's easy enough to be pleasant when life hums along like a song, but the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when everything goes dead wrong. All right, with that, let us start our practice. And coming to your mat, come into a comfortable seated position for yourself. Legs can be crossed, legs can be long. Feel comfortable to put a blanket or a small pillow underneath yourself if that helps, or if you prefer to sit in a chair, whichever allows you to feel like you're starting in a grounded, comfortable, and safe way. And bringing your hands to your thighs, allow the thighs to rest either up toward the sky or down toward the earth. And we'll take a few moments here, acknowledging our breath, sensing the earth underneath us, connecting with us, supporting us. And giving yourself permission to have this half hour for yourself. As we are all dealing with a variety of things these days, including COVID-19. How can we let this moment refuel us, renew ourselves so that we can continue on for ourselves and for others? Sense with each inhale the filling up of the body, bringing in the new. And as you exhale, releasing all that does not serve you at this moment. And on your next inhale, release your hands to the earth. Allow the arms to rise to the sky, meet at the top, and draw down to your heart. And twice more in that cycle, connecting to the earth, spreading wide as you lengthen then to the sky and come down the midline of your body toward your heart. Once more. Easy flow of movement with your easy flow of breath. And pausing at your heart when you arrive. And taking this moment to either set an intention for your practice, create an affirmation for yourself, or perhaps dedicate your practice to someone who could use a little extra tender, loving care in their life today. Perhaps focus on the fact that you are worthwhile. Rising back up to the sky. As you blossom open, that last thought is sent out into the universe to manifest itself in your life or in the life of someone you love. And moving into a forward fold. Soften at the front of those hip sockets so you feel the upper body coming forward and over. Your sits bones are still rooted to the earth. There's a sense of ease at the base of your neck, at the base of your skull and along your neck, and a softness at your throat. Finding a place for the arms to soften down, and breath across your legs. And rising back up. coming to the thighs, and we're going to soften back into cats. Allowing the spine to round, you'll shift your weight back on your sits bones, and then rising up into cow, you come on top of those sits bones, but your heart keeps rising up so that you're looking on a diagonal toward maybe the molding or where the wall meets the ceiling, or a little bit lower. Soften back into your cat. And this time the arms will rise up to the sky and we'll come into a spiral twist to our right, allowing the head and eyes to look gently toward the right. Neutral chin, so it's neither lifted, dipped, or jutting forward. As you gently return to the front, let the right arm come up and over. Soften your left elbow toward the earth, or maybe it connects to the earth. Right fingertips lengthening away from the right hip. Your sits bone, instead of being lifted, is down to the earth. Right hand comes to the left side of your head, drawing you up and then tilting the right ear over to your right shoulder. And imagine slow honey coming out, dripping down toward the earth, giving that sense of release down. Another breath. As you release the hand down to the earth, rise up, take a hold of your right wrist, and now reach up and over to the left. Finding a diagonal reach to the fingertips through the crown of the head. And then a little burst open. And as you come down, we're going to come into eagle arms. Your right arm's going to come underneath your left, and then they begin to cross. Maybe you stay here, maybe you stay there, maybe your hands come closer, maybe the inside of your hands connect. Listen to your body. And then the elbows rise up, and you feel your heart lifting a little bit toward that high arch that you had in cow. The ribs get to soften in and toward the midline of the body. So it's really as if someone has their hand, space between your shoulder blades, and they're lifting you gently up. Release the arms down, rise up to the sky, find your length, and then fingertips dive down toward the earth. And it's called doming. So your fingertips are on the earth, press down, lift up once again through the heart. Reach the fingers back behind you, right arm on top, give yourself a hug, draw the shoulders down, and now let the head and just the shoulders roll forward. So now we're opening across our back. Inhale as you rise up and open into a starfish X, head through tail connected, navel up through the arms and fingertips, navel down across the pelvis and out through your feet. And then the left hand comes inside the right leg, scooping like you're picking up a handful of sand. Rise up and over. And now we press forward. Notice the action across your back, and then the elbow comes in. Left foot comes to the inside, and then reaching up and over. Heart staying open to the sky. Right hand can be anywhere. It can be on your foot, on the floor behind you, gently on your shin, on the floor in front of you. And notice where you want to look. Are you looking up, out, or down? What feels good is where your body will probably lead you. And then rising back to that starfish. Release down, and if you had your legs crossed, cross the opposite leg in front. Take one slow breath here. And in your exhale, return to your forward fold on your second side. Enjoy your stillness and a moment of quiet. And rising back up. Hands slide to the thighs and coming up to your neutral place of ease. Release into cat. So you're rounding through the spine. And then rising on top of those sits bones, but the heart keeps lifting, looking on that high diagonal. And then once more, release into your cat. Arms, elbows are going to bend as you float the arms up to the sky and a spiral twist to your left. The head and eyes gaze around to your left with ease. Unwinding back to the front, the left arm rises up and over. And again, where can you find the ease? Where do you have support? And then your left hand comes to the right side of your head, draws you up. And your left ear now is hovering above your left shoulder. Gently release, crown of the head rises up, and then returning to the sky, take a hold of your left wrist and reach up and over. Rising to the sky, eagle arms this time, your left arm, oh, I forget what I told you, goes on top. And again, listen to how far will my arms and hands crisscross, pass, connect, and then rising up through those elbows. And you feel your sits bones rooting more toward the earth, connecting with the support of the earth as your heart rises toward the sky. Be careful you don't drop your head back. So I'm not going to let my head drop back. If there's a hand supporting my shoulder blades and maybe around the base of my neck. Release the arms down, rise up to the sky, fingertips dive down. One more press, almost as if you could catapult yourself off the earth. And keep your length as your left arm comes on top. Come in for your hug, shoulders draw down, and then just the shoulders and the head get to roll forward a little bit. Inhale, rise up to that starfish. Your legs can be bent or long. They can be way more narrow than mine. And then the right arm scoops along, picking up the sand. Follow where you place it down. Press across. Let the elbow and your back engage in the pull back. Right arm and leg come up and over towards your left. And again, where would you like to take your gaze? Make sure that your heel stays on the floor. You can bend your knee as much or as little as you like. Be careful that you're not locking your knee and pressing the back of your knee into the earth. Open wide to that starfish. Inhale here. Exhale, coming into child's pose. Coming into your child's pose, big toes connect. Your knees can be as far apart as you like, or your knees can be close together. And then releasing your sits bone back in the direction of your heels. No worries if they don't go back as far as you might like them to. It's all good. Some people like to put a little blanket between their knees and the back of their legs. If you like, you might want to have a small pillow or blanket underneath your head so that you can rest. And it's totally fine to just allow your head to rest. Try not to hold it by lifting up. See if you can find that place of ease. And return your attention to your breath. The rise and fall of your body with your breath. The letting go of mental thoughts, of muscular effort and tension. And then rising up. I'm going to turn just to change my direction. You can stay the way you are. Then take your right leg out to the side and rise up into gate pose and lengthen up and over. So your left is now once again reaching toward the right. Slide that right hand down your leg and think about spreading your toes, sensing the bottom surface of your foot into the earth. We're going to keep our right leg behind us as we come back down. Turn so that you're facing the short edge of your mat. We have a few options. One, float the left leg up behind you. Right leg up, my apologies. Think about your navel drawing up towards your spine. And if you like, lengthen your left ear. Left arm by your left ear. So you have opposite arm and leg reaching in your sunbird pose. You can always lower your foot and keep your arm out as another option. You can always be there. You can always be here. And eyes and nose are looking toward the earth. Maybe there is a beautiful view underneath you that you're looking at. One more breath, and then release back in and press back into your child's pose. Completely release yourself in or toward the earth. And then rising back up, you're going to take your left leg out to the side. Again, I'm going to turn to pivot to the front. And rising up, right side of your body arcs up and over. Sliding your left hand down your leg, sensing the breadth and width and length of your foot. Energy rising up from the earth, up through your body, and out to your fingertips and crown of your head. As your hands come back down, your left leg goes behind you and you're floating it up toward the sky. Feel free to leave your leg there, and if you like to add your arm, add your arm. If you prefer to have your foot down, just remember you can make that choice. Eyes and nose looking toward the earth. Another beautiful view underneath yourself. And then release back in and coming once more into your child's pose. You can release through the belly, the low back, the shoulders, the shoulder blades. And rising back up to all fours. You're going to step forward on your favorite leg, step through with the other leg, and then rising up to face the front of your mat, the short edge of your mat. And draw your hands into your heart. Taking a moment's breath here. Coming out to a standing vertical. And then interlace your fingers, pointer fingers to the sky. Peel the right heel off and then gently cross your leg. Rooting down through both legs evenly, rise up and over to your right. The heart open to the sky. And coming back through center. Peel the heel off to come back to a neutral position. And then you're going to create a circle that your heart rises up above from. And then open out into space. Circle the shoulders as you bend your knees. Rising back up into your heart. Moving into chair pose. Shift your weight back on towards your heels. Right arm on top of your left step. Navel in towards your spine. And your chin is neutral. It's neither lifted nor dropped. Exhale, bend forward, fold, torso over your thighs. So you feel that opening across your back. And on an inhale, press down into the earth, rising up to the sky and returning in towards your heart. Interlace your fingers, opposite thumb on top. Peel the left heel off and cross it over the right. Really feeling that midline of your body as you come up and over. Now the legs are connected and there's energy rising up and over. Returning back to the sky and peel the leg off. Here comes that, it's like you're bringing a dome over and you're rising up out of it. Reaching toward the world and then soften, circle the shoulders. And as you come into chair, left arm on top. So imagine a stool or a chair or your couch that you could sit back into. On an exhale, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, come your halfway up, hands gently to shins or to thighs. Feel lots of length from your sits bones down your legs. Careful that you don't push your knees back. Your weight's on your feet. And length from head through tail. There's that little lift up from the heart. On your exhale, bend through the legs and draw your right leg back behind you. We're going to arrive in Warrior Two. Rotate your right leg about 90 degrees as you draw yourself up. Lots of energy across the legs, down through the earth, body rising. And your gaze is toward your left hand. The front thigh lengthens toward the knee, which is over the center of your ankle, center of your foot. One more breath. And then the left arm is going to go underneath for our eagle arms. Again, pay attention to how your arms are crossing at this moment. And then our elbows lift up and we feel our heart lift up. And then draw the elbows in towards your chest and just bow the shoulders and the head to look toward the arm. And rising back up, your feet are spreading into the earth. And you can make this movement as small or as voluminous as you'd like. One more time. Make sure you're breathing and not holding your breath. Release the arms down, return to your Warrior Two. Reverse Warrior. Palm up, reach a little forward, carve through the space as you come up and over. And slide your right hand down your back leg. And feel free to stay here or bring both hands toward the back of your head. Maybe your fingers touch or not. But mostly you want to feel that opening through the heart and chest. One more breath. Release back to Warrior Two. Full circle the arms all the way around and pivot on the ball of your back foot. Find your length, release your right leg toward the earth, lower leg toward the earth, and rise up into your low warrior. Reach up toward the sky. And your left hand's going to come down by your side and then reach up and over from the right. So we're getting up and over from the left, getting a long, from the right. Getting a long psoas stretch. One more breath. Rising back up. Right arm comes across over to the left leg. Reach out on that diagonal and use the connection of your hand to your leg to open your heart and body a little bit more to the left. Soften around your face, maybe give yourself a little smile. And then rising up through center, returning the hands down to the earth. Lengthen through that back leg. And on your exhale, push, release, and then maybe lengthen your legs a little or a lot into your own forward fold of choice. Head sinking toward the earth. If your legs are bent, your sits bones are more toward the earth. If your legs are starting to lengthen, your sits bones are rising a little more to the sky. And then bending through the legs, uncurl your way up, rising back up to the sky. and into your heart. Inhale, returning back to the sky. Here goes a forward fold. Maybe you want to bend your legs. Maybe you like to lengthen your legs. But that initiation is from the hip sockets as you reach forward and out to come in towards your body. Inhale, come your halfway up. Exhale, bend through your legs. Draw your left leg back behind you. And excuse me, while I turn around, draw that left leg back behind you, rotate it 90 degrees, and rise up to your warrior two. Your front heel traces a line towards your back heel. You feel your palms open, your arches are active, your toes spread into the earth in the center of your heel. One more breath, and then the right arm comes underneath, moving into your eagle arms, rising up through the elbows, heart rising to the sky, and then draw the arms into your chest. The shoulders and head follow, but we're not going to engage our waist, so we're not coming into a forward fold. Which actually we don't want to engage our waist in a forward fold either. So just that upper body. One more time. And then release the arms to the earth, returning to our warrior two. Reverse warrior, palm up, reach out to come up and over. Lengthen down the back leg, reach into your back space. And remember, there's that press from the back leg to the front. Knee over center of the ankle, center of foot. And then if you like to add your hands as if they're just barely touching the back of your head. And release. Full circle the arms. Pivot on the back of the ball of the back foot and release the lower leg down to the earth. Rising up into your low warrior. Coming into our psoas stretch, release the right arm down and left side's reaching up and over. You get this beautiful openness, length. Rising back up to the sky. Left arm comes over to the right leg. We'll reach out on that low diagonal. And with the press of the arm and the leg together, open yourself a little bit to your right. Coming back through center, release to the earth, lengthen that back leg behind you, and on an exhale, a little push to come into the front of your mat and unfold into your forward fold of choice. Legs long or legs bent. And then bending through the legs, the arms spread wide as you rise back up and come into your heart. One breath here. And then interlace the fingers once again. Peel the right heel off and cross. Hands coming down toward your hips. Begin to crease at the hips. Maybe you pause halfway. Really feel the feet into the earth and an energy coming up the midline of the body from the earth up. Maybe you want to go a little bit further and place your hands on the floor. Maybe you like to go a little bit further and wrap each hand around the back of an ankle. That breath at the base of your skull and the back of your neck. Maybe decide that you want to come a little further, or maybe you want to come a little bit higher. Be careful you never press on your knees. From where you are, hands come back to your hips. Bend your knees a little bit if they aren't already bent, and rise back up. Keep your hands pressing down on your pelvis, and now lift the heart just up a little bit. Release the hands, rise back up to the sky. Peel the heel off, return back through center. Inhale, rising up. We're going to take a little swing with the arms. Look at the chest. Again, you don't have to bend from the waist. Just bowing toward the earth. Once more. And then hands to your heart. Interlace the hands as they arrive. Rising back up. Opposite thumb on top. Peel the left heel off, cross. Really root down. Think of a knot. And your fingertips and your feet are the edges of the rope. And got this energy spiraling up. Opening, coming to your hips so you're lower than your waist. Send your sits bones back. You need to bend your legs. Bend them as little or as much as you need to. Maybe you stop here. Just really feel the length of the upper body and the length of the legs. And if it's safer for you to go forward, you might continue a little bit forward more. And hands maybe come to the earth, or maybe your hands wrap around an ankle. And wherever you are, making sure that your breath is flowing, bending your knees if you need to. Sense of breath at the base of the skull and the back of the neck. Softness at the front of the throat. And then hands back to your hip. And as you rise up, feel your hands giving a little energy. Press down through the hips, down. So you can keep rising up above the pelvis. And then release the hands, coming up toward the sky. Peel the left heel off. Deep breath in. Exhale, swing and release. And swing and release. And one more. Circle the arms back and around. Move through a chair position. Come down to the earth. So we're going to take about a minute down here to completely decompress. If you have anything in the back of your head, like little clips, go ahead and take them out. Set your feet firmly on the earth and allow your body to sink into the mat. Completely sink into your mat. As you lengthen through your legs, feel free to keep your knees bent and feet standing if it's better for your back. Release a little more into the earth. With each exhale, sense the back surface of your body, releasing even more into the support of the earth. And with your next exhale, the front surface of your body softens toward the back surface of your body and releases into the support of the earth. Each inhale, you feel an opening within your body. And as you exhale, you soften into that openness. And then bend your knees, bring them into your heart. Take your arms and legs up to the sky and give a gentle shake. Gentle shake. You're just wanting the blood to drip down along the lymph node channels into the hip and pelvic region, abdominal area, chest, shoulder, neck, and throat. And then very lazily let the body fold. Let your legs and arms fold in towards yourself, feet and arms to the earth. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, roll to your favorite side. Arms are bent. Use those arms to press yourself up and come into any comfortable seated position for yourself. Drawing your hands into your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.